It'll still catch the audio.
Yeah.
Do you want tea or anything? Do we need anything?
I would love a tea.
I'm good.
Or maybe just a snack, but also like no pressure. I can eat it later.
I can get the kettle and like.
Don't do that. If you just see a snack out there, bring it back and eat later.
Okay.
All right. See ya. We are rolling now though, right?
Yep.
Okay, great. Yay.
All right.
So yeah, take it away.
Hi, I'm Steve DiCarlo, Director of Somerville City TV for the City of Somerville.
Yeah, sweet. And I'm Meg Pallas, and I'm the communications coordinator for the city of Somerville, and that's how we know each other.
That's right.
But you kind of came in here and took a peek at our equipment, or just like the setup we had, because you guys do a lot of live streams, or mostly you do recorded events.
We mostly do recorded events, but occasionally we'll live stream via our YouTube channel, so that's how I was able to figure a few things out here.
Yeah. Did you?
It's very nice.
Thank you. This is kind of like an interesting project that kind of just evolved to this, actually. But yeah, what's your experience with, now that I've done it a little, I'm very curious to what you think of like filming a live stream versus like just a recorded event.
Live stream, it's a little bit more nerve-wracking because A, it's live,
Yeah.
and B, you have to worry about, oh, does the Wi-Fi work?
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be out of sync? You know, there's always these like little problems that pop up, so you have to kind of test before. I'm sure that you have, you know, a million times. So I rather do pre-recorded, obviously, so there's less pressure.
What have you done, I guess, like, or what are some projects that you work on with the city? Like, what's your typical, I guess, even if not a typical day, then like what are some of your more favorite things to work on?
Oh, favorite things to work on would probably be public service announcements.
Oh.
Community meetings, no.
I was about to say, I know it's not that.
They're okay, but no, public service announcements are pretty fun because we get to be more creative.
Yeah.
But, you know, things that we have to do that aren't too bad, that are live, add a little bit of pressure, but it keeps you on your toes, are like the municipal meetings, the city council meetings, the school committee meetings, which are, you know, twice a month for each of them.
Yeah.
So those are the things that we have to do, so we kind of make the most of it. And
Yeah.
generally, they go well.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes a little, or it keeps you like...
Because they're live.
So you have to be a little flexible with like how you work or like what you kind of...
Yeah.
You have 3 people, or how many people in your...
3, including me, full-time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have several part-time, like freelance, on call if we need them. Stuff like tonight, there was the Christmas tree lighting.
Oh my God, I drove by it on my way in.
Yeah, so I didn't do it. I mean, I helped a little bit, but it was, you know, one of our full-time, Ben, and our part-time staff, Bill.
Cool.
So I was able to stay out of the freezing cold.
It
I've done it a million
snowed.
times before, but just not this year.
Yeah, you're like, I'm actually gonna hang in. Well, I drove by it and was like, wow, this is so pretty.
Yeah, it looked nice.
It actually looked beautiful, and I was like, I feel lucky that like I work at City Hall and this is gonna be what it looks like when I leave, like when the lights go on.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is really pretty. Well, thank you for making time to come on here.
Yeah, of course. This is great.
Yeah, so I guess like what got you interested, or how did you get to where you are? If that's not too
Sure.
long-winded of a...
I originally was not doing anything in media. Originally, I was in more of marketing and sales out of college and did that. Originally from New Jersey, I worked in New York City.
that must have been cool.
It was cool, but I knew things weren't for me. And then when I moved to Boston for grad school, it was in marketing and communications with a little media, so I got a little taste of it there. And I didn't really like it, and I got really sick, and I was on disability for a while, and that wasn't fun. But then I was like, you know what, I got to get the hell out of this.
Yeah.
I got to get out. And luckily, there was like a huge. It was like '03, right around there.
Mm-hmm.
There were massive layoffs. And luckily, I can say that luckily now, I got laid off with a bunch of other people. So I decided I'm like, okay, this is it. You know, I'm getting older, but I was still young enough to make a change. So I took television broadcasting classes and all that kind of thing. And I interned. I did stuff for free because I had to, you know, temp to make money.
That's how you start out too, is like getting a feel
Yeah,
for...
you had to just get your foot in there and
Where
learn.
were the classes that you were...
At the time, it was the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, which I do not think is around anymore. It's not around here anyway. But it was something that, it was, you know, I already had a college education. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, I just need some sort of foot in the door. And that allowed me to intern for some cities. And I did for Needham. I did something else that's not around anymore that was in Brookline. It was like a sports show, just to get a taste of it. And I applied here. I was like a year later, and started at the bottom, but at least I got in to
Yeah.
do something. And 21 years later, here I am.
Oh my god, I didn't realize that's how long it's been,
I
Steve.
know.
I'm dead.
Yes, I'm old, so shut up.
No, that's not what I meant. I just didn't realize. Well, you've seen so much change probably.
Yeah.
This is
a
my
lot of
first year
change.
working with the city in general.
I know,
so-
you're a newbie.
Yeah, I feel that. Very
But we were
much.
just talking about it before that this will only be the third change in mayor in the 21 years.
Which is crazy to
Yeah.
me. That's like,
Yeah.
that's wild. So for the
So-
first 8, how had he just been in office?
Yeah, he was there like less than a year when I started.
Oh, cool. So you kind of got to see the whole trajectory of that.
Yeah. The Green Line, he was pushed for the Green Line. The Assembly Row was like nothing. It was just like,
That's
it
so
wasn't-
fascinating.
It was just old and dilapidated and things. The first, I'd say, especially like first 15 of his 18 years, major change.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't recognize it.
No, I was here when I was very young. My great grandmother lived here, and she was like, she had like a duplex by Market Basket, actually, like down the street here. And we would
Yeah.
come visit, and I was young enough, like, I couldn't register my surroundings, but like, we were coming from like northern Mass, so like that area.
Right.
And
Right.
like, it was very much like, I didn't think anything of it when we came here. And now I'm like, there's so much going on.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It was just like, it's the suburb of, essentially, of Boston.
Yeah. So definitely, I mean, I moved here in 2022. Yes, but I lived in Brighton before that.
So how do you like working for Somerville? I'm going to interview you now.
I actually love it, and I love our team, and I really like the projects I get to work on. I think sometimes, like, it was like a little bit of like a cadence switch for me. Like, I had been in corporate for a long time, and then I also was a public school teacher, and like, I did do some private teaching too. But I think it kind of married the two of like, I got to work with people and connect in some kind of way.
Right.
But then I also got to use like my background in marketing and digital media kind of like, and communications. Like it kind of,
Well, that's the thing. I'm sure you're learning a lot.
I'm
you're
learning
younger,
so much.
but
Every day is a
things have
a
changed.
journey.
Yeah, things have changed. When I first started here, they were still using VHS tapes.
Oh my god.
And then we quickly switched over to DVDs.
Do we still have those? Do you have them somewhere? Like you have to have.
Well, tapes, yeah, but we don't use them. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing to play them on. We have old VCRs like in a closet or something.
Like they're just
we
sitting.
tossed most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But then we moved on to DVDs, of course, for a while, and then eventually came digital.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen the changes. And even before me, there was a gentleman who worked for years and years before me, since I think the early '80s,
Oh my god.
who used to do like real like tape to tape, like the pneumatic tapes.
Yeah.
With,
What was that process even like? Like you'd have to literally switch a tape out of a camera while you were filming?
Well, I know I don't really know specifically, but I know the editing you had to like manually edit. Like now everything we do is on computer. obviously.
Yeah.
They had to manually edit and cut it. It was like, oh my God. Like I wouldn't have the patience for that. I would not have the patience.
That sounds so hard. I'm sure there's somewhere in the universe where people are doing that for fun now, just as a way to like try
like
to do it.
retro
Yeah.
kind of thing, yeah.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely learning a lot, which has been really cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I feel you learn quickly. Like it's like it has its own like.
Yeah, and
Tools.
it's not. I mean, we're not, CNN. We're not Fox News. So we don't have that capability, and we don't have the urgency, and we don't have the budget to get everything brand new all the time. So we have a little bit of less stress, I guess, put upon us.
And I feel like even though we're like smaller than Boston, it's still such like a hub that is known around here though, where like there is a decent amount of people like paying attention, especially in this area.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like people are very like tuned in, like they want to know what's going on.
Somerville's on the map.
Yeah. And it's nice that like, I don't know if people care about their community, but I'm sure like I feel like it comes at this weird dance of like, okay, we need to get messaging or like things out.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the population here is probably, even since you started, changed a lot.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah,
from
yeah,
like
for sure.
families and like to like students and then like transplants and
Yeah, a lot of renters, obviously.
yeah.
I mean, the costs everywhere has gone up. But
I know. I was like,
here is crazy.
it is crazy. Like, I mean, I have roommates here, but I definitely like even looking at places that are like far from the city. I'm like, it's basically the same everywhere you go now. Is like,
Yeah, you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
You have to go like south.
You have to leave.
South. Yeah. you have
like
to leave
Massachusetts.
to go.
Bye.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
And I was born and raised here, so I'm like, I don't want to go, but it is unfortunate.
Well, when it's cold like this, I'm thinking maybe when I retire, I should get out of
I
here.
feel like everyone gets that. Where like it gets cold like this, and I'm like, why do I live here? But then like as
Exactly.
soon as the winter ends, I'm like, and I'll never leave. Like I love it. But yeah, no, I've really enjoyed working for Somerville, and I feel like there's a different kind of patience and also like I don't know, cadence of working with the public. And I feel like you guys probably see it so much in a different lens than we even do because
Yeah, because we don't interact with the public too
you're
much.
just for documenting.
Right, which is nice because I've heard horror stories
Yeah,
and I've seen horror stories. So yeah, we don't deal with the public all too often, but we can observe and we document. Like you said, we get the information out by documenting things or recording things and making sure that the elected officials get their words out, which they always love to do. So that's not too hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different from what you do.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like have you witnessed things that you're like, wow, this was like either a full circle moment for you at this job that you're like, this was a really cool thing that I got to work on and like witness? Like, have you had
I think early on I did when Assembly Square was being renovated and changed with Mayor Curtatone. I did a documentary, well, for us, it was a documentary about the history of it and the changing of it and what it was becoming.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool because it really became even more so than what was in the short documentary we did.
Yeah, there's like apartments there now. Like you can live
Oh my
there
God,
with like a pool.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Expensive ones too.
Yes.
That and a few PSAs we did, we've gotten awards for.
Cool.
And we usually generally have fun with them.
Yeah.
We have fun with them. They're funny, but they also get the message out. So it keeps people's attention.
Yeah.
It gets people's attention.
Denise had mentioned a little bit to me about like projects you guys have done in the past, and she was like, we had really like fun with it. Like it was so much like a joy to like be participating on these. And I feel like Somerville is such a creative community that people probably were appreciating it. Like
Yeah, we did. Well, I don't know if you saw a recent PSA for rodent control.
yes, I did see that.
And that was kind of like a callback. Part of it was a callback to an original one that we did, almost 15 years ago.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so and my son was in it. And my son, the first one, he was 3. And then when we recorded it last year, he was 17.
Oh my God, that's
so he's
special.
and he was the rat. He was one of the rat. He was a baby rat. And now he's my
He's a
size.
big rat.
Yeah. So
That's
that
really-
was cool to do.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
have no idea the backstory of
Yeah,
that.
that was
That's
my
really
son.
cool. That's funny. He must have thought that was hilarious.
Oh yeah, he loved doing it.
Yeah, I feel like stuff like that definitely probably makes it worth it. But have you had moments where you're like, ugh, like, or like, is there something that you would say like to be the biggest challenge?
I think sometimes technology when it doesn't work.
Yes.
I know that.
Oh my God, I've definitely been there with
when we first went hybrid in the chamber of the council
COVID?
chamber.
that.
After it was like 2021 ish.
Okay.
We were trying to go hybrid, and this is for the counselors. You want to make it right, and we have tech engineers that do things that way above us or beyond us, and I think they were doing it mostly Wi-Fi, and it worked. But then when we tried it, we tested it. We're like, oh, it's working fine. But then during a meeting, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh no. So that was like, it's frustrating. Even when you're doing something right, it still doesn't work.
Yeah.
So we had to hardwire everything. And it was frustrating, but you learn. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you can't do it because the Wi-Fi is just not good here or wherever,
Yeah.
wherever you're working. So it's technology that gets frustrating.
Yeah, and I feel like there's something about working for the city where you kind of have to be adaptable or like nimble because there will be instances where you're like, well, this just isn't going to work, so now we have to figure out something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. And you just deal with it. You're like, okay, it's not working, so we'll do it this way, and that's the way it is. And, you try to do it as soon as possible so it doesn't continue to screw up.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
especially as you get older, you're like, oh, because you're learning new things. And it's true, as you get older, you're like, when you're younger, I think learning new things, especially technology, is fun.
Yeah.
And then it gets to start to be a chore.
Yeah, well,
As you
because
get
you're like, oh
older.
my God, like it is.
Like, I know this, I know how to do it, I know how to do it well. And all of a sudden it changes, like, oh, now I got to learn something different.
It changes on you so quickly.
Right.
It is hard to like, especially if you have a habit. I think I've noticed like if somebody has worked one way for a very long time, doing it a new way is so challenging.
That's true too. You just have
Yeah.
to deal with it. And I'm sure, with a new administration, they want to do it a certain way, and it's the way it is.
Yeah, I'll be interested in kind of excited to see where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
But, Do you have projects that are coming up that you're excited about, or like anything that you can think of where you're like, that's going to be really fun or rewarding?
Well, I mean, new ones, I think we'll have to talk to the transition team and
Yeah.
the mayor because obviously we're going to do things a little bit differently. I think just recording, because I mean, we can only do things differently, you know, to a point.
Yeah,
How he gets his message out will be different.
that'll be so interesting to
You
see.
know, yeah. So it depends on what he's comfortable with, what he wants to do. Could be more of something, a little bit less of something, but it'll definitely be different.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I know I was talking to Denise actually about something that you guys did. You said with the previous mayor, where like you rode around maybe with him and he was like shoveling people's driveways, or he was like doing something with like snowing, like whatever snow emergency, but he made it like cute and fun, and I was like, that sounds really sweet. Like,
Well, we did. I know. I don't remember doing that with the previous mayor, but we did odd even. You know how the odd even parking.
yeah, because it's odd this year, which is what I live, so I'm very happy that it's
Right.
on my side of the street. You know?
We did that. I remember shoveling, or having someone shovel. I don't remember doing that. Maybe I don't remember doing that with the previous mayor. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I thought Denise had said that, and I was like, that sounds so fun. And I wish it feels like now, in like we are the communications team, and it's such like
Yeah.
a digital era that there's so many different ways to be communicating with people, or they communicate with us.
He probably, you know what, the thing I could think of, he probably did one small part of when we had those like 5 blizzards in 3 weeks in 2015. I think
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
because I was in high school, I
Yeah.
think, and like it was like
Right.
The-
So he probably did something then. I could see that.
Yeah.
That wasn't, you know, it wasn't a year long, obviously, PSA because we didn't need it. But yeah, that was a crazy winter.
that was a crazy winter. That was like a string of crazy winters. I feel like it was just a
Yeah,
lot.
there were a few within like 5 years.
I wonder what this one. It was snowing here earlier, and it actually looked really pretty. But I was like, I wonder how much snow we'll actually get.
No, I think it was just like a blast of cold air coming in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just feel like so much has changed in Somerville, even since I moved here, and it's only been like 4 years almost.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
So like
Post-pandemic, things have
that's so
gotten
yeah.
different. It's just different.
I moved to this I moved to East Boston in 2020. Like it was almost 2021, and I ended up leaving my lease, like, which I'm so sad about because I haven't lived with my best friend over there by like Constitution Beach. I went to Brighton shortly after that for like a year, and then I came here after that because I actually like had to leave my old apartment like for like there was like issues with it.
Mm.
And when I got here, I remember being like, oh, my great grandma Louise lived here. I don't know anything about Somerville. I was like, I remember visiting here as a kid, and then like over time I was like, wait, there's so much going on, and this is so like I kind of just landed here by accident.
I think it's a perfect place for a young, you know, person.
Yeah, I guess. Where do you live now?
Melrose.
Okay, so you're not that far at all.
No.
That's not a bad commute.
Although, you know, if you leave, it's like 6 miles away, but if you leave during rush hour,
Oh, you can.
it would take a while. It's like, it might as well be 50 miles.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. So I guess, do you have like anything that's particularly funny that's happened to you, or maybe something that you'd want to share that's like hasn't been so much fun,
That hasn't been fun?
or at least maybe it is fun, but in like a way where it's like this went wrong, but we made the best of it, or like this is silly.
It was silly and it's kind of weird and gross. We had a rodent problem in the basement of City Hall,
Oh no.
which we're not in anymore.
Okay,
Thank
good.
God. We're in the studio.
Yes.
And
Wait,
this-
yes, but I was like, I still go in the basement of City
well,
Hall.
no, I think they've changed things.
Okay,
Let's-
great.
You know, for the record.
They've changed things. We no
For the
longer have a
record,
rodent problem.
No, but I remember you would hear them for a while. This was like 6-7 years ago, before COVID, and I remember a coworker that we used to do a lot of PSAs with. He doesn't work with us anymore. We heard something. Wait, what's going on? So we looked behind my desk, and there's like where the heater was. It's like a slab of wood, and all of a sudden we saw a huge rat tail pop out of it, and we both scream and run out like little kids. And we're like, yeah. It was so
You didn't
gross.
get the rat czar in there immediately. You were like, "Calm down here, please."
It took a while, and we bugged out. It was gross.
Yeah.
But they renovated things and sealed things up.
Thank God it's no longer a
Yeah,
problem.
and luckily we have an office in the new studio in the new
Which
high
is
school.
really cool, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
And I've been in that studio like a couple times now with you, and every time I'm in there, I'm like, this is kind of awesome. Like, do they use it for the high schoolers too?
Yeah,
Or-
not too often. I mean, we use it more, but because it's the high school and they have their own control room.
That's so cool.
Once, maybe twice a week, they'll use it.
What do
Generally,
they use it for? Do you know?
Media class.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a media teacher who teaches twice a week, and usually they're in their classroom, but then they come into the studio to get real experience.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That high school has so many different facets of it where I'm like, this is amazing.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. Their CTE program, their vocational program is great.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
have like a whole kitchen in there. I walked by it and was like,
Yeah, the
what?
culinary.
Yeah.
We did something on that recently too.
Oh, really? What did you do?
It was with Counselor Christian Strezzo.
Nice.
Was interested in highlighting the vocational program, the CTE program. So we did culinary, we did cosmetology, and automotive. We essentially just interview the teachers and the students, and what Somerville High School can offer in
Yeah.
terms of vocation.
It's cool. I heard that like you can go there with your car essentially and be like, I just
Yeah,
make
yeah,
the
yeah.
parts, and they'll
For
learn
like
how to-
$5 or something
Yeah.
crazy. They'll fix something on the cheap and they'll do it really well.
Yeah, and we've actually printed a lot of the stuff through the city, like through the Somerville High print shop, and they do a great job.
Yeah.
But that's so
And the
cool.
food's great.
Really, you guys
Yeah.
eat there?
Oh yeah.
I've been dying to do that. I'm like,
Right now it's only open I think once a week. It used to be open like years ago. It used to be open like 4 days a week.
that's so
But I
cool.
think they're getting to that point. But the food is awesome.
Yeah, I bet. Especially if they're learning on. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So that was a more recent thing that you did then, was filming that.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, we do so many things. I mean, like I said, some things we have to do.
Yeah.
We always do it. Some things are new. Some things are different. We try to, every once in a while, because like there's only so much we can do.
Mm-hmm.
There's only, so many of us.
Yeah.
We try to do something different, something new every so often. And
Yeah.
we'll see if it works. Sometimes it won't work, but a lot of times it will.
Yeah.
And it's
that's really-
entertaining. There's information out there.
Yeah, I feel like, and Christine, our other coworker, was supposed to be here with us tonight. She's a community engagement specialist, but I feel
Yep.
like you guys both like get together and kind of like have these like brainstorms of like how should we
Yeah,
kind of get this out? Like, how does that process go? Or like, what do you?
yeah. She's creative.
Yes, I know. I love that about her.
That's
Shout
the
out
thing. Like,
Christine.
if you're easy to work with and you're creative, that's awesome.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so much easier.
Yeah, if like the juices flowing, and you can kind of be like, what would? I've seen a couple of her ideas actually go really well.
Oh
and
yeah,
I've-
she's great.
Yeah. I know you guys have something coming up, but we won't spoil it. But I think it was about the snow or the parking on the outside. Whatever.
Yes, we're probably going to do that, and it was supposed to be next week. I think we're going to do that the week after.
Cool.
I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, we won't give it
But,
away.
Yeah, it'll be a PSA.
Yeah.
PSA about the odd side.
Is there a place I could go, like if I was gonna nerd out and try to find all of the old PSAs that you guys have done?
Oh, of course. Just go. We have our YouTube channels because we're both government and educational.
Oh, cool.
So if you go to youtube.com/SomervilleGovTV,
Okay.
that's where you'll find a lot of the city, or not just government per se, but a lot of the PSAs as well. And then if you go to youtube.com /@EdTV, you'll find all educational, like mostly like sports and
Oh, because you guys
school events.
film all the school and the sporting events.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, especially the parents love that.
Also, yeah, that's such a cool thing that you do for like that part of the community. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like mandatory. Like you're gonna film every game.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, all the home games, not the away games,
Mm-hmm.
except if they're playoffs. Then we travel.
Yep.
But all the home games, yeah.
You know what? It's funny you said that because I think I got like a request the other day where someone was like, I played this basketball game in like 2007.
Yeah, we get those.
Like, do you have this
on
on?
VHS or
Yeah.
DVD, yeah. Well, the archives has most of the old stuff, like, before 2015, probably, 20,
Yeah.
right around there.
It was just,
So we have to ask them, oh, do you have this? And, but we created all of them.
yeah, that's too funny because I saw it come in and I was like, why would they have that? I was like, it's such a random data fall out of nowhere. They're like, I played in this game, or like, I've even seen people being like, my son.
Right, as
was
long as
like,
it's a home game or a
Yeah.
playoff game, yeah, we have it.
That's
most
so funny.
likely.
That's really cool. That's like such a weird little like. If I were to grow up here and then move away, I'd be like, oh my god, we can find it. Like,
Well,
that's-
yeah, somebody asked to find something from like the mid 90s. This was before I was here, but we found it on VHS. This is when we had our own archives before the new high school. And
So you had like your own system where you were storing. And
yeah, it was like in filing cabinets. that was our high tech system.
Open the door.
And we found it.
That's
It
so
was from
cool.
like 95 or 96, and the person was like 30. And at the time, in 95, 96, they were like kindergarten or first grade or something like that.
That's so
It was some
funny.
concert, like a winter concert or something like that. So it was cool. And
Yeah.
people love it.
It's rewarding. That's actually something I didn't know that you did. That was
Yeah.
like rewarding, probably.
Yeah. I mean, we don't get as many requests as we used to.
Yeah.
And a lot of people always want it on DVD. Even now, some people still want it on DVD.
I'm like, where are you gonna play that? I don't
Right.
even know if I have a DVD player.
Well,
Like,
VHS, we haven't gotten that request in many, many, many
well, now
years.
that's like a thing though. You'll go to like a artsy bar and they'll be like, we have a VHS player for you
Right,
to
or
like.
cassette, like audio cassettes. I know
I have
that's
one.
kind of coming back, but I don't think it's going to hit like a vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl. No. There's something. We have a really crazy record player. Before you leave, you should take a peek. Or did you already see it? Actually, it was like the tiered one. It's like 6. You can stack. A very great friend
Where?
of ours, Cal McPherson, gave us the sound system that we're using.
No, I didn't see it.
Before you leave, I'll show you. It's behind our secret wall here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like 6 tiers, and you can like play it completely through.
Oh, I think you told me about it, but it was dark last time I saw it. So.
Yeah, we'll have to take a peek at it. But my sister gave me a cassette tape player like 2 years ago, and I was like, what do I do with it? Like, I didn't even know where to get.
Well, when I was a kid, we had like the dual cassettes, and we would record from one and to the other.
Oh
It was
yeah,
great.
I had one of my friend Ennis and me used to like record, like we'd pretend to be detectives and like record our notes on one of her, on like her older brother who was like much older than us. He had one.
I remember recording from the radio when I was 11, 12, 13.
Oh, so you literally like put it in a.
Cassette deck and hit the radio, and I like that song, and I would.
That is
record it.
crazy.
I'm an '80s kid.
That's
So
so
there you go.
interesting. It's like, but you probably had such a more of appreciation for that kind of media though, because you had to work so hard to like get it.
Yeah, I created like I used to edit it with my sister had a regular audio recorder.
Okay.
So I would record my stereo to the audio, or the audio recorder to the stereo, and then create like different edits of a song and make like a 3-minute song like 8 minutes.
Oh my god.
Doing like silly stuff like that when I was 13, 12.
So you were kind of always in this work, but not really.
Kind
in
of,
it.
but yeah, not really.
That's so interesting. Yeah, no, I have memories like that too, though, of just being like, we're gonna make a video or like use a like I had a VHS like tape recorder, so like we kind of like
Okay.
would shoot our own movies.
Yeah, camcorder.
Yes.
The big ones.
That like it was a pretty big
Yeah.
one. Like my friend Ennis, like I'd go to her house and she had all these like things, and we would just make stuff. Like we would just like have our stuffed animals like be characters, or we would like set up like she had this like little dog, and we put her dog outside and be like pretending it was like a National Geographic thing. But,
That's
like,
cute. That'd be great if you still have those tapes.
She does. She still has some of them.
Oh, that's
She like
awesome.
pulled them out before, and I'm just like, oh my god.
And now you can digitize them.
Yeah, my dad actually has done that with like a bunch of stuff when we were little, and I'm like, they're so funny. Like it's kind of crazy how
Yeah.
like time. You don't realize like time.
Time and
like,
technology goes by.
It's
quickly.
It's so like all the media that like we're gonna look back at this. I feel like and be like, oh, like well, you can tell what's going on in the city because you're gonna like have the social media feed that you're gonna have with like
Right.
timestamps.
Or even this. Like
or
in
even-
10 years, they'd be like, oh my God, remember that?
That we
Remember
did
We're
something.
streaming on this.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
interesting, but I feel like you've actually gotten to see that in live time with this position, just because like you're actually working with things.
Yeah, a lot of things have become obsolete.
What do you mean? Like for
Well,
example,
the way we record, the way we program our shows, the programming part of it.
yeah,
We used to have to go to something where you would type in the time, like almost like a calculator button, a keypad. And if you screwed up the math, it would like screw up when certain shows would show, broadcast on
God.
cable. So now everything's on a server,
yeah.
done by computer. So now there's no way really to screw it up,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
good.
Wow, that's fascinating. So you literally could be putting the wrong thing, and then
It was connected to DVD decks.
oh my God.
This was a good 15, almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But now everything's on the server, so you can change it with the click of a mouse.
I guess that makes it a
done.
less stressful. Like you can kind of just be like, okay, like we kind of have this set up in here.
Yeah,
it is,
especially,
versus
like-
being like, okay, I'm on, like making sure.
Especially because when, for example, like a Thursday night would be a council meeting,
Yep.
and we would show it, we would replay it on Sunday and then on Monday. But Sunday night at 8 o'clock, wherever it was, everyone would know, okay, that's when it's going to be shown. Now we show it then as well as like a bunch of other times.
That's fascinating.
And if you screw that up, the next day you'd be like, hey, some counselor was, wanted to see it.
And
Like,
then
oh
they-
no, like I didn't carry the 3 or something like,
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't want to screw that up. So yeah, it's a lot less, there's a lot less ways to screw it up now.
Yeah, so I guess like you kind of do you enjoy it a little bit more now that you're kind of like
Yeah, in some ways, because like there's less pressure.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about something like, oh, you just program it, boom, I'm done. Where before it would take 2 hours to do something, now this would take 5 minutes,
Yeah.
So, but there's other things that are a little bit more stressful. So it kind of balances out. But overall, yeah, technology helps.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, well, I guess thank you for making the time to come on here.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun.
I
did a
yeah.
good job in setting everything up.
Thanks. I feel like this is like kind of like our little baby, and now we're like getting to play inside of it, and I feel like it's come together. But you were here for the beginning, so it's nice to have
Yeah,
you back. I
no,
think
it's
when you
good.
were here, we were like making the walls.
Yes, true.
And now
The
they're
walls look
actually
good.
up.
They're
Now
up.
they're strapped to the walls.
They're not. They didn't fall on my
They
head.
can't fall on us, which is
Right.
beautiful.
You have the candles.
We have the
food,
candles.
The carpets, the rug.
Yeah, I feel like the way that the soundproofing one is, I'm happy with, so that's good. But
Yeah.
thank you so much for even coming here to peek at stuff and also coming on and talking about your experience with the city. So cool.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, well, okay.